Hi, welcome back to another Crypto Day video. It's Tuesday morning, which means another Masternode Shootout update video. This is for week 14. And before we jump into the figures for the last week, just a little bit of housekeeping to make you aware of. It's been a pretty decent week across the board, with the one exception of Volcano. So about, I think it was 4 days ago, Volcano went missing. Now, I do actually monitor most of my masternodes using the Masternodes online monitoring service, and Volcano is one of the masternodes that is monitored with that. So I think the only two that aren't are Helix and Syndicate aren't monitored. They're not supported by Masternodes Online. Everything else is. Now I get emails whenever a masternode goes missing, goes offline, anything like that. But I also get emails for payout notifications. So whenever a masternode pays out, I get an email. And I just basically wasn't paying attention to the emails that came in. I presumed it was, I think I had a few that came in when I checked my kind of email, a few that came in from different masternodes, and I just deleted them all without actually looking at the email. And I did actually receive a notification that the masternode for Volcano had gone down, and I just kind of like overlooked it thinking it was a payout email. So it was my own fault, but I didn't realize probably for about a day and a half that it had gone missing. I then refreshed the masternode, it's back up and running, but unfortunately it means the last 4 days we haven't had any payout. So just goes to show, even with monitoring and stuff like that, you can't be kind of too careful. And yeah, just my own kind of really silly kind of oversight that I didn't kind of pick it up sooner. But these things happen from time to time, and everything's back up and running now. Unfortunately, when you refresh a masternode, it goes back online, it goes to the back of the queue. I think I received a payout in the early hours today, so just missed out on this week's worth of payouts. Anyway, let's have a look at the figures for this last week, starting with Volcano at the top of the list. 641 coins worth $1.57. Bulwark, 85 coins worth $6.91. 216 Helix worth 92 cents. 19,200 Linda worth $7.76. 444 Smart Cash worth $6.13, and finally 54 Syndicate worth $1.96. So it's grand total this week of $25.05. And if we have a look at the graph, we can see this kind of upward trend seems to be continuing. Nice to see. Obviously, the last few weeks we've had the smart node, so the smart cash smart node payouts, which we didn't have before, but we had this real pull down in kind of price. Week 2 was a bit of an anomaly because I think it was when Bulwark went offline, and then we had another week like that there. But basically we've had this real pull down with price, and then the last few weeks as prices have continued to go up, and we've also got the smart node back in with the increased collateral, so we've seen like a gradual increase and upward trend. So nice to see that we're almost back to those kind of like all-time highs right back at the beginning of the year. It's been a good week across the board with crypto markets in general. I think the only coin here that's down a little bit last week is Bulwark. So Bulwark had a really nice kind of run back up over the last few weeks. It was gaining about 5% a week back, and then this last week it's basically kind of flatlined. I think as of midnight last night, there might have even been down a percent or two on last week, but everything else is up, which is nice to see. So if we have a look at the positions for this last week, Helix still in #1 position, but Syndicate, really big run up. I think we were 12% up last week in terms of return, up to 43%, so catching up to Helix quite dramatically in second position. Linda and Smart Cash both back in positive territory, less than a percent separates Linda and Smart Cash. Linda's actually snuck into position 3 and Smart Cash dropped down to #4, but very little in that those two, and both made significant gains this last week, as has Volcano. Still in the black, still in the red rather, so 7% down, but it's gaining all the time. So hopefully in the next kind of week or so we'll see that back in the kind of black. And it's only a Bulwark. Obviously that those issues they had at the beginning of the year with the team kind of walking out have massively kind of hit the price, and we haven't seen a complete recovery of that yet. So Bulwark down, similar amount down to last week and in last position. But congratulations to Helix. Another week at #1. It's been a really reliable performance. A very small cap coin, but it's been had a fantastic run of #1 positions. And congratulations also to Syndicate. Very solid. I've had Syndicate for probably a couple of years. I've had Syndicate masternodes, and it's been a really kind of good, reliable coin, both staking and on the masternode side. So congratulations to Syndicate, making some really good gains this week. And you know, the upturn in the price of kind of Bitcoin and all sort of main kind of altcoins has been kind of replicated on this. So we've seen some really good kind of gains across the board. I think last week, if we jump to last week's graph, we were down 20% overall, and we are now just down just over 7%. So we've made some really good kind of progress in this last week. Long may it continue. A lot of it is down purely to the price of kind of coins are kind of across the board. So as we're starting to see the markets pick up, we're starting to see that kind of replicated on some of these smaller altcoins, as well as kind of Bitcoin and some of the larger coins. So very good to see that. Nice to get a little bit more kind of positive news in. Hopefully this next week will be a reliable week, nothing going offline or anything like that. But I will make a point of checking things, particularly the couple of masternodes that aren't monitored, and I will check my kind of notification emails a little bit more thoroughly in future. Anyway, that's it for this week. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. If you can give me a thumbs up, that would be fantastic. It helps other people find the videos, or if you write a comment, anything like that really helps for visibility. If you like masternodes, staking coins, and crypto in general, consider subscribing to the channel. That would be fantastic. And hopefully I will see you on the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.